What's up, guys? Giancarlo here for another video. I'm here with my friend and student Ty. He's gonna help me out with the technique today. And guys, today's technique, we're gonna start standing. Okay, this is gonna be a technique that I like to use a lot because it's not a very high risk type of takedown. Okay, so I'm gonna go. It's gonna look like I'm pulling guard, and I'm gonna try to use the guard pull in order to get the takedown. So it's gonna look almost like a tomoe nage type of throw, where I would throw my training partner overhead, except we're gonna fall in a situation that's we're landing in like a De La Riva guard. So essentially we use the De La Riva to help us perform the takedown. Okay, so let's imagine that I'm fighting against Ty. Okay, we're just gonna be in a right-handed situation. So this is gonna, for me at least, my De La Riva side is usually the left side. Okay, when I play De La Riva. So if I'm playing guard, I'll usually be playing De La Riva on bottom with my left leg. So the way that I like to set it up is if I'm fighting an opponent that has the same stance as me, so he's going to stand right-handed, because that way his lead leg is going to be the same leg that I do De La Riva. Okay, so if you were a left-legged, or excuse me, a right-legged De La Riva player, I would probably suggest entering in on when your opponent has the other leg in front. Okay, but in this case, I like to do this one. My opponent's right-handed, just like I am. Okay, so we go in. We make our grips over here. This could be done either if he has the grip on me, okay, but it's going to be preferable if you can get a hold of this guy's sleeve and not let him hold your collar. Okay, so if you can break the grip and punch the hand down, that's always going to be better for any standing situation over here. Okay, now all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my back leg, my De La Riva leg, the same side that you would play De La Riva if you were playing guard, and I'm going to take a step across, and I'm going to start to swing my De La Riva foot in. So doing it in slow motion, I step one step across, so I get a little bit of an angle as I fall, and as I sit towards my De La Riva side, I get almost like a guard pull into De La Riva, and I want that effect of my training partner stepping forward. So I want to fall kind of in a circle towards the outside, and that's going to bring him forward and force that little step. Okay, so that's how we're going to get the initial off balance, is by pulling, getting him stepping. Once I get to this point that I've landed on the floor, as I'm going down, I'm going to start opening my elbow, and that's going to start bringing his head over mine, making his lower body and his hips light. Okay, and then my second leg, so I have one leg that has the De La Riva, the other one has toes on the belt. Okay, and then I'm going to use that to elevate and take my opponent sideways to the same side that I have his sleeve controlled. Okay, so let's look at that a little bit more in real speed. Okay, so we can change the angle. So I'm in here, I get a hold of his sleeve, I get a hold of his collar. We can work with either collar. It can be same side or it can be cross grip. Okay, so usually I use same side, and then from here, I'm gonna step across and I'm gonna swing my De La Riva leg through, pulling his head forward, elevating him over, and getting that sweep. Okay, so let's look at a few of the finer details now. So as I said, guys, for me, I typically enter into this takedown or this throw when my opponent has their right leg forward. Okay, because I play De La Riva with my left leg. I'm left leg dominant when I play De La Riva. Okay, so keep that in mind depending on which leg you play De La Riva with. Okay, so I'm fighting against Ty. Okay, he goes and makes a grip on me. I look to break his grip over here, get a hold of his collar. We may start walking around a little bit, and then I step across. Okay, once I step across here, I want to make sure that I keep his hand down, and I'm going to start to sit towards the outside. So I'm going to swing my leg on through, almost as if I wanted to do a break fall on this side. But I put my De La Riva leg in, so as my leg goes through, I get him stepping. Okay, immediately my right foot, the ball of my foot, I place it right next to the toes of my De La Riva leg. So if we just turn, you can see that my De La Riva hooks in at a wide angle that lets my hook get in nice and tight. Okay, so I really want to get that fall to the side. One, to pull him, and two, so I can get my De La Riva in. and then my foot goes right here. Ball of the foot goes right here next to the other foot right on the belt knot. Okay, and that's gonna help me flip him over. So from here, I have that collar grip. I start to place my foot over here and I open my elbow so that I can bring his head directly above mine. Just like I'm doing a tomoe nage, except I'm using the de la riva to finish it. Okay, now I can't take him to my right. If I take him to my right, he's gonna base the hand. So as I pull him, I wanna still lean my head to this side. And I take him to the left, to the same side that I'm trapping his arm. And that's what's gonna allow the throw to work. I wanna make sure that I keep controlling that sleeve and I push it in towards him as I spin him in the air. Okay, so again, we're standing over here. He starts gripping up on me. I get a hold of his sleeve. I get a hold of his collar. I'm gonna take that cross step, almost like I wanna bring my toe towards his toe, okay? That way I can get a little bit of an angle as I start to fall through for the de la riva. See how I not off balance him? Now my arm opening the elbow brings his head up. My toes assist in elevating his hips. And that's what's gonna make the throw work, okay? Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, one of the things that I really like about this throw is that if I can't throw him, the worst thing that can happen is I end up in guard. Okay, so let's look at a situation where I go to try to throw my my training partner and they sink their hips and they don't let me throw him. So maybe he expects it coming, and then as I go to throw him here, he sinks the hips. Worst case scenario, I'm just in de la riva, and now from here we can start looking to play from open guard or de la riva, whatever situation we work. So it's a really low risk, okay? So if you're looking for a takedown and you like to play open guard, but you're looking for a takedown that can be suitable for you, this could be an option that works well, okay? Because you don't have to do any sort of level change. You don't have to risk giving up your neck, giving up your back for big throws, okay? So it's really kind of a low risk throw that can be very effective. And if it doesn't work, which a lot of times, especially when you're first learning how it's not going to work, worst case scenario, you end up in guard. So it's not a big deal. But we have to remember why the move may not work. Okay, it could be for a variety of reasons. One, if you don't pull your training partner's head above yours, that could be a big kind of complication here. So as I start to sit through, if his head's too far away and I just try to elevate him with the legs, it's going to be hard for me to take him up. Okay, I'd have to be really, really strong with my legs over here to throw him from here. So I have to make sure that I use the momentum of me falling to really pull him around the corner, and I elevate my elbow here. And when I open this elbow as I'm going down, that really brings his head right above my head. And that's going to make this super easy to lift him up, just on my toes. So the balls of my feet are going to elevate him. Okay? Another thing that's important, guys, is when you go to perform the throw, I'm going to be holding his sleeve over here. We don't want to open the sleeve as I go to throw him and then have him basing on that hand. I see a lot of people doing that. So when I fall down for my throw, make sure that you tuck this sleeve either in here, keep it on your chest, bring it behind the leg, anywhere that he can't base it. Okay? Because that's, like I said, if I start to fall, I do everything right. I open my elbow, I bring his head right over my head, and then I open this hand because I want to take him desperately to that side. That's going to, not make my throw. I'm not going to be able to complete the throw that way. So we want to make sure that not only are we bringing his head forward with that collar grip, but we're also tucking that sleeve grip in so that he's not able to base that hand. Okay? Don't try to take the guy straight overhead either. Because for the same reason that we can't take him right, he can always base that hand. Okay? So we're going to look to throw him sideways towards the side that we have the sleeve. So when I bring the head forward, I elevate and I take him to the same side that I have the sleeve. Okay, let's look at that one more time. Full speed. So I'm in here against Ty. I break his collar grip. I get a hold of the collar over here, and I'm gonna start to cross step towards his foot. Now from here, I'm gonna swing my de la riva leg, my outside leg around. It's gonna hook like a de la riva, and I'm gonna throw him overhead and to the left. So I throw, I swing in, I lift, throw him overhead to the left, and I get my throw.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you like my video, please help me grow my channel. Just click subscribe over here. And if you want to see more videos, click any of the videos over here. And guys, if you want to see more in-depth instruction from me, check out my instructional courses at bjjfanatics.com. Os.